Hi guys, I want to talk about your boxes today. When you're laying these out, you're going to actually be using a ruler and a piece of paper or some cardstock, whatever it is that you've got laying around the house that you can cut and fold this container. If it works for you, will work for me. But I want to talk about the way that this would be done in industry, okay? So if we're doing a simple container, the things that we need to keep in mind are tabs, things that connect the sides, all right? So if I'm laying this out, a box or a container is going to have 6 basic sides. Now keep in mind, this is not for a creative design, and this does not limit you in any way, shape, or form to having a 6-sided container. But just for an understanding of the assembly portion of a container, I want you to understand these basics. So I'm going to draw out a quick one. This is a basic box with an opening lid and some things that need to be thought about as we go through this. See, I shouldn't be rubbing my eyes here, but I did wash my hands before I do this. Okay, so if I'm looking at a box, I know I'm going to have a bottom, okay? Now looking at it from this way, looking straight down from the top, I'm also going to need a left side, a right side, a front, and a back. Now if I fold these up, what's this going to give me? It's going to give me a 5-sided container with no top that I could drop something in from the top, okay? Now I can put a lid on this by adding it to any given point. The one thing that I need to be mindful of though is in industry, every place that 2 sides come together, they have to be attached. Alright, so they have to have some sort of a tab. You can't just fold 2 pieces of paper together like this and then run hot glue down the side. So what we use is tabs, okay? So I have 2 corners that are going to come together there. So what I need is a tab to glue this corner joint. I can do that on either side. I'm going to do it here, here, and here as well. Now that will give me a place to overlap and to attach them. Alright? Now one of the constraints of your container is that it has to have a lid that can open and close. This is a 3D printed one, so it has some unusual attachments to it. Okay? But if I'm looking at this as a basic box, I have one side, another side, another side, and then another side. So these are the 6 sides. This has been 3D printed out for another purpose that I'm trying to figure out for another project. But you'll notice this has tabs that hold these sides together. Here is one right here, and it fits into this hole. That is another style of attachment that is used or can be used with this. Okay? Now there are 2 top tabs, shows up better against my blue shirt, here and here, that interlock in these 2 holes here that act as a retainer on this. Of course, this works a lot better with hard plastic than it's going to work with for cardboard or paper. But I want you to be able to see, we've got a bottom, back, front, side, side, and then the attaching is the opening and closing lid. Okay? So to do that with this one, all I would have to do is to add the one more. Top, bottom, front, back, left, and right sides. That looks a little bit better. Okay, now that would be a floppy top, but I could eliminate that by adding closure tabs that get folded in, and then they act as a resistive constraint and hold the top closed. Okay? So this is one basic style, and hopefully you'll get enough ideas from the tabs that I've shown to help guide you through your design principles as you go through creating your box design. I'd like you to spend the rest of today actually trying to come up with a working design to create this container. Okay, again, the measurements for this container in order to work need to be 2.5 inches by 2.5 inches by 2.5 inches. Okay? So, whatever your container is, it needs to be able to hold a 2.5 by 2.5 by 2.5 inch cube so that your puzzle will fit inside of it. Okay? Any questions? Email me and I'll get to them as quick as possible. And if you need to set up a time where you and I can go back and forth and chat, make sure you let me know and we'll go that way. Alright? That's it for today, guys. Get a little bit of sunlight while you can. Enjoy yourself and don't stress out over this stuff.